Morning show on JTV. It's Chamber Connection time. From the Chamber, I have with me POD, Pat O'Dowd, and from Comfort Keepers, Butch Irwin.
Good morning.
Good morning. I was going to first mention, I saw you at the beginning of the golf outing, but I didn't see you at the end of the golf outing.
Somewhere along the way, I believe we got lost. We got wound up in the practice of golf, I guess. We took a lot more strokes than we should have. But it was a great time, great outing. Look forward to it next year.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Yeah.
Well, let's get it out there. What was your team score?
The calculator would have to tell you. I don't know.
And you guys shot what?
We were 16. Good enough for fourth place.
Andy brought in a couple of ringers.
I think we were 18 actually.
Yeah, I believe it. Hopefully you guys won something for that.
Well, yeah.
Great day.
Yeah.
Great day. What a great day.
So we've had you on before. Things were rolling along kind of during COVID. Now that we're kind of stepping out of it, talk a little bit about how business is like for you.
Okay. Comfort Keepers is just going crazy right now. I think all our industry is.
Yeah.
The pandemic has really brought out some issues, I think, that families are seeing that, mom and dad might need more help than they realized, especially those folks that may have stayed home to work and help mom and dad out in the home. So we have a lot of clients that really need help. The unfortunate part is with the unemployment like it is, as everybody else, we can't find caregivers. So we're desperate for folks. If anybody knows anybody out there that would love to help somebody and make a difference in somebody's life, we'd love to talk to you. Give us a call, 517-481-2177. Yeah. So other than that, we're growing and doing well, and appreciate the business we're in because there's a desperate need out there.
What type of, talk a little bit about some of the areas where you help families.
We do anything, again, we're non-medical, so we do anything from companionship all the way up to and including full care, as we call it. Some folks, unfortunately, are quadriplegic or paraplegic and really need a lot of assistance getting up and getting around and, bathing, grooming, toileting, those types of things. So we're there to help with that, but I tell you, the most important thing we find that the people need, companionship. There's so many folks that, don't have family around. I think in today's society, people, they move away and mom and dad are left alone. And, sometimes if you lose a spouse, you're there all by yourself. You don't know who to reach out to or what to do. The depression sets in and the loneliness. And, some folks call us in the middle of the night or early morning and say, hey, is our caregiver coming today or my caregiver coming today? And that's, just the highlight of their day. So we can really make a difference.
Yeah, you just don't think about that. Obviously, we come from bigger families and, born and raised here. But there are a lot of people that really don't have anyone. And, you talked about the isolation over COVID. So it's definitely important what you guys are doing.
Our catchphrase is elevating the human spirit. And we really try to push that to our caregivers, that you aren't just there to do a couple tasks. You're there to really try to, improve their quality of life. So
that's awesome. How'd you get a start in this industry, Butch?
Well, actually, I'm a registered respiratory therapist, so I started out in the hospital and did a few years in the intensive care units. Great experience. I value that through my whole career. But eventually, I ended up going into home care, and going into the homes, I worked with a lot of folks that were on ventilators, respirators in the home, and that's a pretty high-tech piece of equipment. And I found that the need is astronomical for just little things in the home. So many folks, they're so focused on that technical care, but the house doesn't get cleaned, and some of the food gets moldy because they're so focused on that. So my wife is a nurse. We realized there's a need, so we decided we've loved the Jackson area. We're actually from outside of Toledo and Perrysburg. I've always wanted to live in the Irish Hills, so we sold our house, bought a franchise, moved up to my dream environment up here, and so we've been open almost 6 years now, and fortunately we're doing fairly well and helping a lot of people out, which is the most important thing.
That's great.
And it's a family-run business. You mentioned your wife. You also have another family member working with you?
Yes, I do. Nikki, my daughter, has not been in the medical field, but she's operationally a genius, I think. She does really well. She's really compassionate with the clients. She does a great job with our caregivers, has a really good rapport with our caregivers, I think, and that says a lot.
Now, you talked about you're looking for caregivers. Is it full-time, part-time, as needed? What type of help exactly are you looking for, Butch?
The unfortunate part about our industry is that we can't just guarantee full-time hours.
Right.
As we get bigger, we probably will have full-time positions that we can always keep somebody full-time, but as of now, we do have a few full-time positions, but most of them are part-time. As clients come and go, we fill in the hours as best we can. So,
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It could be an opportunity for a career change for someone, really.
absolutely. I think there's a real interest in the seniors with the baby boomers getting older. I think we as a society are realizing, there's a lot of folks out there and that are hitting that retirement age and are possibly in need of help. So I think the healthcare industry as a result is going to grow.
Give us a few examples of kind of some basic things people would call you for. I'm sure we have some people watching thinking, well, maybe this is too little of a job or project for comfort
I mentioned the
keepers.
companionship. I
Yeah.
think that's one of the keys that isn't mentioned in the beginning when we assess and talk to folks. Although there's other needs. I mean, we'll have sons and daughters come into the home and find that mom or dad have moldy food in the refrigerator, or their medication bottles are full and they should be half gone. So, those are the more important things. I mean, diet and nutrition and, taking your medications is of utmost importance. But if we can uplift their spirit with some companionship in the home, I think that helps them on a daily basis. Just remember, gosh, I got to eat, I got to take my medications. So,
I have my dad's 83, and we have nine kids in the family, and we've found that we need to. My dad's perfect health, great guy, but we need to kind of babysit him because he likes to go up on the roof. Maybe having a companion there that just says, "No, Mr. O'Dowd, do you really want to go up on the roof?" I drove by the other day, and he's up on the roof with a blower, blowing the leaves and everything.
goodness.
Nobody around.
We do get the call often that folks will just say, we need eyes and ears in the home. We need to make sure that, dad is not on the roof, or, mom's not up and down the stairs going to the basement doing laundry when we ask her not to. So, it's just as simple sometimes as being in the home and just checking on them, making sure they're safe and off the roof.
Yeah.
And
How does
off
that
the
work? Do all the O'Dowds take different lunch breaks and drive by and make sure Dad's not up
Well,
there?
my dad is actually watching right now, so I don't want to give up the schedule that we actually have. He would figure it out because then he would just avoid those times
Right.
and go on the roof when we're not. So we're not gonna put that out.
The roof looks good, I'm
The
sure.
roof, it's amazing. It looks a lot better than my roof. I'll tell you that.
Although we don't do roofing, one of the things that we pride our caregivers on is what we call interactive caregiving. We really try to encourage them to interact with the client as much as possible. Gals that like to bake or cook, or even as simple as laundry, helping fold the laundry with the client as compared to, here, I'll fold it and put it away. No, let's get them involved.
Yeah.
Let's get them engaged. It really gives them a sense of self-worth. And,
Yeah,
they need that.
I would imagine that is a struggle for people that have younger, like the family sends in somebody to watch them, that feeling of, I don't need a babysitter, I don't need
Exactly.
this, but integrating them into it. And
Yeah, a lot of
letting
them
have
feel
that independence.
when we come in that they're losing their independence.
Yeah.
So, that sometimes can be a struggle, but, I think if the real key to our industry, I think, is matching up a caregiver with a client. Once you get that match, usually the client really enjoys that time, and, it usually ends up being a good, productive visit.
Yeah, and you guys are working hard to make sure that you find that right match. You're not going in blind. I mean, you guys care about everyone that you guys service.
Absolutely. Our client care coordinator, Natalie, does a great job, and she does the assessment, so when she comes back to the office and actually enters the stuff in the computer, she knows exactly the personality of the client, kind of what their likes, dislikes are. So when she starts looking out for a caregiver, she knows, some keys to look for in the match. So
That's great.
that's pretty key.
That's great.
Good stuff.
Comfort Keepers hiring and available here to serve you and your family. So give them a call. Now, I wanted to ask you, will you be golfing more this summer after your golf round at the Chamber outing?
Actually, I'm golfing this afternoon. I need a lot of practice, so
keep
every
playing.
chance I get, I go out and beat it around.
Just keep playing.
Wow, we expect by next year's outing you to have your game in perfect
Yeah.
form. We might have the JTV video crew just follow you around.
I mean, if you
all
guys are
day.
gonna play for 3 hours after everyone else. We'll definitely follow you around. Pat, we have some ribbon cuttings I want to get to. Some great opportunities to support the community.
Yeah, Homo New Vision. I'm telling you, what an incredible organization. I'm on the board of directors. I just love what they're doing for people in recovery. There's a lot of people in Jackson that are suffering from substance use disorder, addiction, alcoholism. This new engagement center offers those people a non-medical respite, an opportunity to take a night off. Come in, get a nice bath, get a nice meal, and then connect those people to possible resources. So we're celebrating that open house June 7th from 12 to 3. Jerry Jarzinka, Derek Dobies will be speaking. I know JTV will be there to cover the event. A lot of media has reached out. It's really an untold story here in Jackson, Homo New Vision, and what they're doing to help people get out of that cycle of addiction and substance use disorder. So super excited about that one. We also have Recruit Specialized Staffing coming up on Tuesday over on Lawrence. That's from 1 to 3.
From 1 to 3. Yeah.
Yep, I almost said 12 to 3, but it is 1 to 3. And Nightlight is providing boxed lunches. So come
I'll be there
over,
for
take a
Joe Brandenberry lunch.
Joe Brandenberry, Jessica Webb, all the other great people over at Recruit Staffing.
Cool. Thanks, Pat.
Thank you.
Thanks, Butch. Good to see you
Thanks for having
again.
me.
We'll be right back to wrap up the morning show after this quick break.
The PIC Center is an independent practice that has provided care to the Jackson area for over 25 years. Doctors O'Neill and Cack supervise antibiotic infusions, as well as those for many other conditions, such as inflammatory bowel, joint, and lung disease, anemia, and multiple sclerosis. Our modern facility is open 7 days a week, and the infusion staff will make you feel right at home. Let your doctor know you have a choice where you receive your next infusion. Remember, when you've picked us, you've picked the best.
What letting my light shine means to me is how God allows your passions to connect with what He does and what He's asking you to do. And so for me, my passion is dance and my passion is kids. And it's easy to let my light shine in those things because that's what I'm passionate about, and God has provided these opportunities for me to use what I love to do for His glory.
You need a plumber? Grimes Plumbing Company. Licensed and insured, proudly serves the Jackson area with fast, reliable service and competitive pricing, both for repairs and new installs. For fast, reliable plumbing service, call Grimes Plumbing today. And remember, we love water.
Someone once told me that every community needs a strong hospital, a strong college, and a strong bank. County National Bank is that bank. CNB provides outstanding personal banking services and is the bank of choice for several nonprofit organizations that serve our communities. It's an honor to be part of the growth of the communities we serve in Jackson, Hillsdale, Lenawee, and Calhoun counties. And we're proud to help local businesses expand and succeed. CNB is banking that stays in the community.
Good weather is here, and the Grand River Farmers Market is open in downtown Jackson. Shop fresh Michigan-sourced food and quality products directly from local farmers and artisans every Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fresh fruits, vegetables, sweets, crafts, and so much more. Accepting cash, credit cards, EBT, and double-up food bucks. Conveniently located at the corner of Mechanic and Pearl Streets along the Grand River.